I'm in the lobby and I put some of the items that I've been using in the articles about Osaka on the table. It's a large table to give you an idea of how many I've been using in the articles and also the scale of these items. It all started, of course, with this map, the beautiful illustrated map of Osaka from 1924, the Osaka City panorama map. And for scale, I've put a postcard on top of it. So here you can see how large this map is. The amazing thing is that even at this size, you cannot see all the details in the map. It's only when you scan it and you blow up different parts of the map that you get an idea of what is actually printed on the map. It's a beauty. It's an incredible map. Right next to it is a print from the Illustrated London News from the 1860s, 1861, showing the custom house in Yokohama. If you have read the articles, then you probably remember this one. I wrote a whole article about this pamphlet of Osaka, the Osaka Hotel, and right next to it, you can see some albumen prints. These are photos from the Meiji period, and these three here show Nakanoshima. Right next to it is a drawing of the flagman at the rice market in Osaka's Dojima. And this was actually used in a very famous magazine called Fuzoku Gaho. This was a very popular magazine in the Meiji period and Taisho period. Right below that, hidden by the photographs, let me take this and put it down, you can see this map. This is the map I introduced in the article where this big map was introduced, just to give you an idea of how important illustrated maps were in Japan. Now there's some other maps here that I've used for research, but that I have not yet used in the articles themselves. Also, a few things that I've not yet used, but that will be used in future articles, is this print. It shows the rice market in Dojima. Here is a postcard that I have already introduced. And this is a beauty. This will be introduced soon, hopefully. This is called a komekite, a rice stamp. This is basically the forerunner of money. This thing represented a certain amount of rice, and this was used to trade rice at this rice market. Now, here are some of the postcards that you undoubtedly remember from the articles, and many of the photos, for example, this famous photos of all the smokestacks in Osaka, they are actually from books published by Osaka City or Osaka Prefecture. Here's another book, and hidden here is one more book. It has beautiful, beautiful photographs. Then, what it all really started was this magazine. I found this magazine at Jinbocho in Tokyo, which is a quarter for all bookstores. And it has a series of aerial photos of Osaka. When I found this magazine, I thought, hey, I can combine this with this map and start a series of articles to introduce Osaka in the 1920s. Here's another book with photographs. This will be used soon. I haven't used it yet. I haven't used these postcards yet either. These are postcards of Osaka Castle. And I hope to do an article where I introduce the rebuilding of Osaka Castle in the 1930s. Some of the books that I have been using and will be using for research are here. This is a book by the wife of Kagawa Toyohiko. Her name was Haru Kagawa. This is actually a Dutch translation. I'm still looking for the original Japanese book. One book that has helped me a lot for my study about the life of people who worked in the factories in Osaka is this book by James Huffman. I actually had a chance to meet him, and his research is amazing. Another book that has been helping me a lot is this book, Factory Girls, Women in the Thread Mills of Meiji Japan by Patricia Tsurumi. Unfortunately, she passed away quite a while ago. And in one of my future articles, I will also use an article that I wrote in the 1990s about an area in Osaka, and that was published in one of my books. This book is a Dutch language book called Woman Breaks Loose. Other sources for my research have been newspaper articles. I don't have the original newspapers. I went to the National Diet Library and made lots and lots of copies. These are some newspapers from Meiji 20, so that would be the late 1800s. I have not yet used the material that's in these articles. There are more here. Recently, I also introduced the number of cotton mills in different cities. That came from a book called the Japan Mercantile and Manufacturers Directory. Unfortunately, I do not yet have that in my collection either, so I had to make copies of that as well. This is also from a newspaper. This is actually from the Osaka Mainichi newspaper. These are articles about slums in Osaka, and they were written also in the Meiji period, and I hope to be able to use these soon. So I hope this gives you a little bit an idea of the things in my collection. Oh, I forgot one. This is a glass slide, a positive slide. It's very thin, so 2 pieces of glass with film in between. And I have lots of these. This box right here has probably over 100, and I have lots and lots of these boxes in my closets. I hope this gives you a little bit of an idea of the materials. As you can see, I have the actual originals, and I've been collecting them since 2007 and hope to build a legacy to pass on the visual history of daily life in Japan between the 1850s and 1960s.